To this meeting of Woodley Town Council being held on the 11th of October 2022. Woodley Town Council meetings are now recorded, with recordings streamed live and stored on the Town Council's YouTube channel. By virtue of attending the meeting, you consent to having your image and audio recorded for this purpose. If you do not wish for your image and audio to be recorded, then please do not stay for the meeting. For those in attendance, we are not expecting a fire drill tonight, so if you hear the fire alarm, please head out to the nearest fire exit and congregate at the fire assembly point by the Oakwood Centre at the front of Woodley. Before we start the meeting tonight, at the last Strategy and Resources meeting held on the 22nd of November, 7 organisations were awarded community grants ranging from £150 to £250. These organisations were Berkshire MS Therapy, Berkshire Vision, the Friends of Woodford Park, the 3 Cs, the Woodley Adopt a Street Project, the Woodley Schools Cluster, and Woodley United Football Club. Some representatives from these organisations are here tonight, and I'd like to give each of them an opportunity to stand and briefly explain to the council what their grant will be put towards. So can we have Mark Rosier from Woodley United Football Club? I think we've got a microphone to start with.
Sure. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thanks for inviting us to tonight's meeting and thank you for the grant, which we confirmed is in the bank this morning. The grant will be used towards our build section, which following England and ISS winning in the summer, we've seen the growth from having just 2 teams under 11 and 12 last year to under 6s, under 7s, under 8s, under 9s, potentially under 10s sometime early next year. But more importantly, we've now got 13 females helping with coaching, as well as doing admin. So the idea of the grant is to help towards courses to get the coaches up to speed and develop kids. We'll get.
Thank you very much. Would Mary Holmes like to come up? Or Mary's from Woodley Adopt a Street.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you for the grant, which we've given. I'm here because Sheila Flower has got COVID, and she's our leader, so I'm a substitute tonight. And she told me they want the money to be used to buy more rings to hold around the big bags that we collect the litter in, and also the tabards, which we all wear, and we've all been issued with. The main thing at the moment is there's lots of children I wanted to join the group and do litter picking, so we need children's sizes as well these days. She says 240 people are on her list doing the litter picking, and we hope that more roads are going to be covered soon. And my main thought at the moment is, if the group volunteers for this group didn't do it, what would Woodley look like? We come away with bags full of rubbish every time we go out. So thank you very much. The money is going to be used for these things. Thank you.
From Berkshire Vision.
Thank you very much for the grant. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Berkshire Vision is a charity based in Reading, and we looked at the community for the whole of Berkshire, adults and children who are suffering with sight loss. Basically what we do, we run a support and activity programme, and every month we do activities for children and adults, and they range from everything from walking, coffee mornings, theatre trips, and some of the more exerting activities such as rock climbing and canoeing. This grant is going to help us to continue with those activities to help people's physical and mental well-being, and to help them when they're trying to get independent in the community. So we do appreciate this grant considerably, and thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
For schools cluster, we have a written note, and Matt's going to read that out for us.
Yes, we've received a thank you from Jackie Andrews. Jackie said the funds will be used for 2 of our cluster challenge days, the Year 5 Bake Off and the Year 1 Tray Garden Day. Both of these projects bring children and adults together from schools across the local area and representatives from different local businesses and organisations, including the council. They give the children the opportunity to learn skills they may not be able to do at home or school, such as baking and garden design, and enable us to build and strengthen links with our local community. The funds you have allocated to us will pay for the materials needed to run these projects this year, so that children can continue to benefit from them, and we can continue to find ways to reinforce our relationship with our community. Many thanks, Jackie.
Okay, is this Rachel and Jenny that we have? Okay, would you like to come up and say a few words? And then Rachel, Jenny,
The microphone over here, if you.
We don't buy. Not staying.
Hi there. So we're very grateful for the money that you've given to us. We represent Millennium Church, and we're going to be running a cafe there. And the whole reason for doing the cafe is to connect with the community. So basically, we're offering free drinks, biscuits, and that anyone from the community can come and join us just to spend some time and have some good conversations. We've already launched the first sort of opening of it on a Friday afternoon, where we're offering language lessons to people who don't speak English. So we've got some people from Hong Kong and the Ukraine coming. So we're really excited about the fact that we can open it even further and do other things as well. So we're very grateful for the money. And,
yeah, I was going to say that we've who I don't know her surname, but she is a community worker, I think, and she knows a lot of people at the old people's home across the road from Emmanuel Church, and they haven't got a cafe there any longer, and a lot of them are more or less just staying in their rooms. And the idea of having a cafe just directly across the road would be so that they would be able to come over and just have a bit of time and space with other people in a different environment. And also Petra was talking about the possibility of having various different services there at different times. She has already invited a couple of people from the community who don't get out and have very specific needs come along. But she was thinking that we might be able to do things like have people talking about housing or budgeting or any of the sort of needs that the community would have. And it would be a kind of warm, safe space. Also, we're hoping that it can be one of the warm spaces during the winter and the pandemic. And we're also hoping that maybe, we don't know whether it will expand or how it will expand, but there is a potential, because Share is down in London and Share tend to have vegetables there. There is the possibility that we could take some of these vegetables, mix it, and have it on as a regular community benefit here too, because the language classes go from 1:30 they go till 3 o'clock. The conversations we were talking to the Chinese, the Hong Kong Chinese the other week, and there's 3 men in the class at the moment, but 2 of them at least have the wives at home, don't wanted it very much engaged. And so we invited them to come along to, I don't think they came, I wasn't there last week, so I don't know, I don't think they came. But, you know, it's always a gentle drip kind of.
Thank you to every one of you for taking the time to come to the meeting tonight. I'd like to congratulate you on being awarded your grants and wish you all the best with your projects. We'll now have a short adjournment of the meeting whilst we take some photos of the winners. This should only take about 4 or 5 minutes. Thank you.
Still.
Yes, well, you managed to be Thursday, didn't you? I can do so and so, and as soon as I we've had to clear the garage. Well,
Really? Who's on the borough? I'm not talking about in general.
we had to clear the
I think
actually.
Any idea that be the most democratic?
One of them's probably.
They didn't want independence. I'm not sure if they're better or not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll get there on.
Got a big contingent.
Okay, prior to the meetings of the full council, we hold the town forum, which is an opportunity for members of the public to pose any questions that they may wish to ask. Do any members of the public in attendance have a question they wish to ask? No. In the absence then of any members of the public, we will commence with the agenda. First item on the agenda is apologies. Matthew, have we received any apologies for absence tonight?
Yes, we have. We have apologies from councillors Baker, Bragg, Chadwick, Doyle, Lewis, Nagra, Skegg, Smith and Soane.
Thank you. Those will be noted. Item 2. The next item is declarations of interest. Do we have any declarations of interest from councillors regarding any items on tonight's agenda?
My normal declaration is if there's anything about the allotments, as allotment tenants, then I will not take part in any discussion.
Okay, then so if we get to any agenda, then you'll take no part in it and not to vote. That's noted. Thank you. Item 3. Oh, sorry. We did at the other meeting, didn't we? Was done already. Would everybody in agreement to have a, obviously would be a minute silence for Councillor Rubin. Thank you. Council meeting held on the 11th of October 22. Included in this agenda is item 5. Are there any questions or comments regarding this? Assuming we are all happy with these, can we please move to a vote on accepting these minutes as a true and correct record? And all those in favour, please raise their hands.
don't need to vote on these now. Even standing orders are updated so that they're only noted by the. Oh, sorry. Carry on. Sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Sorry.
Those of us who didn't attend, we all attended this, presumably, we wouldn't know if it was true, a true report.
You abstain if you want to.
True and correct record.
You just have to receive them.
No, we didn't.
I was getting confused. For full council, they need to be adopted by the council at the next
You
meeting.
do have to, you have to say.
So is that receive or accepting or agree?
It's to approve them as being an accurate reflection of
So
the
if you
meeting.
weren't at the meeting, you should abstain.
Unless you've got the minutes. Okay, well, let's go back to all those in favour, please raise their hands then. Okay, all those against, please raise their hands. And all those who wish to abstain, please raise their hands.
And that's 6, that's half. You have.
Okay, I didn't vote, so.
You'll vote in
I
favour.
vote in favour.
That's fine then, that's fine, that's 7 for 5.
Okay, we're sure, I think we sorted. Everybody's happy. So these minutes have duly been approved. And I was.
Regarding this particular decision,
The
next time, so that if people aren't here, so the councillors who aren't here tonight can't vote to accept the minutes.
There's nothing in the standing orders that prevents anyone from voting. It's up to individual councillors to decide.
And I kind of, if we've got it recorded, there's also, yeah, you don't know that the people might have watched it online and accept that it's a true reflection.
Yes.
Because we've got it recorded, it's feasible for a councillor who wasn't here at the meeting to watch it online at any point and then agree that it's.
Yes. Okay. I will sign these off. Okay, item 4 is to receive the minutes of committee meetings, which have taken place since our last full council meeting. Can I please ask Councillor Wicks, as chairman, to present the minutes of the Planning and Community Committee meeting, which took place on the 1st of November, as set out on page 15 of the agenda.
Can I ask you to receive the meeting and community? Which is on pages 15 to 23 of your agenda.
Do any councillors have any questions for Councillor Wicks regarding the minutes? Is there any comment about the new standing? Let's just say a new part of the standing order. The standing order has now been amended to clarify that parent committees can simply note draft minutes from child committees. As such, assuming we are happy with these minutes, I can confirm that they have been noted. I ask somebody from the Leisure Services Committee to present the minutes of the meeting which took place on the 15th of November. Councillor Smith.
And I'd particularly like to highlight the work on that
Do any councillors have any questions for Alex?
Yes, come on. Revised estimates, obviously, starting to think about next year's budget. Just wondered when we might expect those. Obviously, we've had costs increase more rapidly than we expected, but we've also had more revenues in, because things have gone better. We were prudent, and therefore, so do we know when we're likely to get some revised estimates?
I'm not sure when we'll be able to produce that. We have done quite a bit of work on it. What I can say is it's looking all right. We have done well in terms of income generation. I can't tell you give that information. That's councillors just.
And also, yeah, on the seats. Well, I thought we might not get to the website, but I think we will tonight, won't we? Are we going to put on the website, ask the residents if they've got suggestions to seats?
Yeah, just preparing what that will look like and then the format for them to provide us with information. But yeah, definitely.
Thanks. You know when the allotment subcommittee is going to meet?
Soon, that's for me to organise, so I will be contacting the members on that sheet.
Thank you. I'd just like to say a few words. This is a very big room with a very high ceiling. I'm finding it quite difficult to hear people, and I'm very sure that our members of the public can't hear a word that we're saying. I think when you're speaking in public, you need to raise your voice and speak very clearly to enable people to understand what we're saying. I think Alison would agree with me that this is almost worse than the David Hicks room.
I don't have hearing aids, so I'm speaking very softly because I can hear everything.
Yeah, but I can't hear you at all. Yeah.
No, we do need to all speak more clearly, but perhaps we need to consider the speaking system in here. I mean, do we have a loop on it for people with hearing aids?
That is a facility that we can do through the system that we've got. We haven't enabled that at this point. That's something actually.
But could we all remember to raise our voices when we're speaking?
Yeah, it is a very difficult room. We've always struggled with this, as you know. So yeah, that's.
Can you all hear me? Yes. Okay, assuming we're happy with the minutes from Alison, these minutes are noted. And then the item for strategy and resources. In the absence of Councillor Baker, can I please ask Councillor Grimby as Vice Chair to present the minutes of the strategy and resources meeting which took place on the 22nd of November, as set out on page 31 of the agenda. I'm aware that there are 3 recommendations made by the committee for the council to consider.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, there are 3 recommendations following the meeting on the 1st of November. The first one being to adopt the updated standing orders on page 47, appendix 4.4. Today's page is included at appendix 4.5.
Let's agree to one separately.
Any questions regarding that?
First of all, we have to go ahead to vote for this on the subject of this amendment recommendation. For all those in favour, please raise your hands.
9, 4.
All those against?
Against.
And any abstentions?
2 abstentions.
Okay.
The second one is that council adopt the updated financial regulations. That's on page 51, and it's 2.3.
Can all those in favour, please raise your hands.
10, 4.
All those against?
None against.
Any abstentions? Thank you.
And finally, the council approved the schedule of meetings for 22, 23, 24 municipal year on page 46.
Okay. All those in favour, please raise your hands.
Everyone.
Is that? Thank you very much, Charlie. Do any councillors?
Yes. Page 35, item 48. I'd just like to ask if a date has been set for the Youth Services Working Party. I raised the issue at the SNR meeting, saying that we mustn't let this one go off the boil. The youth of Woodley need some services and it's too important to let this one slide. So has a date been set? And also I asked if possibly we could get more information from other authorities providing these services, such as Early Town Council. Have Early Town Council been contacted, please?
To answer.
I'm not.
Kevin.
The working party hasn't met yet. I don't have a date for that, but we'll circulate one as soon as we can. I've been in contact with the clerk over at Early to have a kind of very early stages discussion about what the situation is over there. Obviously, that will need more fleshing out through the working parties.
Thank you.
Do you have any more questions? So once again, assuming we're happy with these minutes. Please ask Councillor Wicks as chairman to present the minutes of the Planning Community Committee meeting which took place on the 29th of October, which is set out on page 53.
I ask you to receive the meeting minutes for the planning community on the 29th of November 2022, pages 53 to 59. But can I also add a few comments that have occurred since then? I've been talking to David Bragg with regard to Speedbox. If I can read this out verbatim. He said he had hoped to have a vote of volunteers for last week in August or September, but the speed of events rather overtook that ambition. Certainly volunteers received notification of planned meetings and a number withdrew because they no longer wanted to be involved, largely because reported cases of speeding may not necessarily be followed up by the police. That would depend on the speed recorded and the number of times the number plate is recorded. I'm trying to contact PC Turnbull at the moment, as it is necessary to get his input for the addition of another coordinator, and I hope to have further information in time for the next planning meeting. And the other item I'd like to just comment on is 149, which is Early Station footbridge update. And we have contacted both of them, but apparently they're still thinking about it and no decision has yet been taken.
Thank you. Do any councillors have any questions for Councillor Wicks regarding these minutes? Again, then, assuming there are no other comments or questions, these minutes have been noted. Item 5 relates to changes to the composition of the council. Item 5A notes that Councillor McCann has resigned from the Town Council. Item 5B notes that, following the resignation of Councillor McCann and the death of Councillor Ramouni, the council is now composed of the following: 16 Conservative group councillors, 4 Liberal Democrat group councillors, and 3 Labour and Independent group councillors. Item 5C notes that the change to the competition of the political groups has not affected the division of places on the 3 standing committees. However, the change has affected the division of places on subcommittees and working parties with a membership of 4 councillors. Where this is the case, the relevant parent committees have resolved to increase the membership on the affected committees to 5. You will see that this is noted in the minutes contained later on the agenda. Item 6A is to note that the councillors appointed to the newly created Labour and Independent group places on the committee, whose councillor membership has now been increased to 5, as noted in the last agenda item. The appointments are Councillor Nagra has been appointed to both the Investment Subcommittee and the Standing Orders and Financial Regulations Subcommittee. Councillor Doyle has been appointed to the Personnel Subcommittee, the PR and Marketing Subcommittee, and the Risk Management Subcommittee. And Councillor Al Sanjari has been appointed to the Youth Services Working Party. Item 6B is to note that the Labour and Independent Group are replacing Councillor Doyle with Councillor Al Sanjari on the Community Youth Partnership. Item 7 is for councillors to consider a request for a leave of absence for the rest of the municipal year from Councillor Bragg. I understand Councillor Bragg is now caring for his elderly father and as such does not currently have the time to give to his duties. Do any councillors have any questions with regard to this request? Yes, so can we please move on to a vote for request for a leave of absence from Councillor Bragg? All those in favour, please raise their hands.
That's everyone.
I'm sure we wish Councillor Bragg and his family well. In that case, this has been approved. Item 8 is to receive the leader's statement. Councillor Bacon has given his apologies for tonight and has not sent in a statement. We'll move on. Unless you...
Just very brief, don't worry. All that Keith and I wished to say was to say to our fellow councillors, thank you for your hard work last year, and also to all the staff and the officers at the council offices and Rugby Park. I'm wishing you all a Merry Christmas.
Item 9, simply to note that the annual return of the Woodley Memorial Recreation Ground charity was submitted on the 10th of November 2022. Item 10A is to consider appointing a council representative to the Poorlands charity to serve until 2026. This position became available following Councillor Ramooney's resignation, as noted in the last full council meeting on the 11th of October. Can I please ask if there are any nominations for a representative to the Poorlands charity? Alison?
Councillor Darren Smith, who's unable to attend as he has COVID, has asked that we put his name forward for this.
Would anybody like to second?
Chairman, can I ask for clarification, because it wasn't Councillor Ramooney that was on the Poorlands charity, it was me. He was on the Arms House, the Sonning one, Sonning Arms House. Robert Palmer, isn't it? Robert Palmer.
Yes, Robert Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. My apologies. Sorry, I'll update. That should be on the Robert Palmer's Arms House charity, and it should be to serve to 2024.
Excuse me, I understood that Councillor Smith was going to replace Councillor Rowland on the Portland charity, not the Robert Palmer charity. Yeah. I don't think we have a replacement for Robert Palmer.
So at the moment we do need a representative for the Poorlands charity, and Councillor Smith is so that's right. So the error was about Councillor Ramooney not being on that. So
sorry, I'm just checking the. I have listed that Councillor Bragg from October's full council meeting was put on the Robert Palmer's Arms House charity to serve to 2024. So that has been resolved. So the mistake in here is that I put Poorlands charity. Yeah, sorry, it's the fact that it's not replacing Councillor Ramooney.
Yes.
That's my fault. It's Councillor.
But is it still to serve to 2026?
It is, yes.
So Councillor Smith has said that he would like to stand for. Anybody, any other councillors would like to stand? Can we have a seconder for Councillor Smith? So can we move to vote to approve the appointment of Councillor Smith as the Town Council representative of the Poor Lads Charity? Can all those in favour please raise their hands?
That's 11-4, that's everyone.
That's everyone. So I confirm then that Councillor Smith has been appointed as the Town Council's representative to Poor Lads Charity to serve until 2026. So item 10B is to consider appointing a deputy council representative to the Wokingham Borough Council Parish Liaison Forum. This position became available following Councillor McCann's resignation. Can I ask, are there any nominations for appointing a representative for this?
Yes, Madam Chair, could I propose Beth Rowland as the deputy, please?
Okay, do we have any other nominations? Do we have a seconder for that? Thank you, Alex. So can we move to a vote to appoint the Beth Rowland as the Town Council representative, Borough Parish Liaison Form? Can all those in favour please raise their hands?
It's everyone again.
Okay, so I can confirm that Councillor Rowland has been appointed as the Town Council representative to the Borough Parish Liaison Forum. Item 10C is to receive the reports from Town Council representatives on outside bodies, as set out in Appendix 10C on page 42 of the agenda. Do we have any councillor in attendance who wishes to provide a verbal report on any outside body activities? Nobody here today. So anything else is on page 42 of the agenda. Item 11 on the agenda is an update on the Mayor's engagements. Events which have taken place are set out in Appendix 11 on page 63 of the agenda. Councillor Gill, do you need to add anything to anything that's on the page? Thank you. Item 12 is future agenda items. Does anybody have any items that they wish to be included in the future agenda? Item 13. Publicity and website. Does anybody have any particular matters they wish to be publicised or included on our website?
Apart from the benches. Yeah.
Sorry,
Apart from the benches that was mentioned.
earlier on, yes. Well, Carol.
I second that. I second to restore the collection. I was just about to mention who wasn't here. I'd just like to, on behalf of my group, to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. And to thank the staff for all the hard work that they have put in over the year and work behind the scenes. And Madam Mayor, for your work as well, chairing this meeting, which at times haven't always been as easy as they have tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carol. Can I thank everyone for their time and just second the comments about staff? Then I would struggle. They are a wonderful support. That completes the agenda for tonight's meeting. So, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. My husband is